is with mixed emotion that I write to inform you of my decision to retire as mayor.
An announcement from Crystal's mayor, what led to his decision not to seek re-election. Crystal Mayor Jim Adams announced he won't seek another term as mayor. Adams has served as Crystal mayor for 12 years. His current term runs through the end of the year. Adams says one of his highlights is eliminating the city's use of bonding funds for major projects, using cash instead. He went on to give his reasons for stepping down.
As I embark on this new chapter in my life, I'm excited to announce my focus is on a nonprofit business we recognize aimed to support individuals in recovery from drug and alcohol addiction. This cause is deeply personal to me, and I'm eager to devote my energy into making a positive impact in that realm.
The mayor went on to say he's confident in the future leadership of Crystal, saying the city is filled with dedicated individuals. Two candidates have filed to run for mayor, former Crystal Councilmember Julie Deschler and Rachel Broughton, who serves on the city's Environmental Quality Commission. Meanwhile, two current council members have filed to run for mayor in the city of New Hope. John Elder has served on the city council since 2008, while Jonathan London has served since 2015. The filing deadline for races in cities that offer primaries was Tuesday. A rally took place Wednesday outside Hopkins High School after a transgender student was attacked. As Kevin Miller reports, the victim needed surgery.
Protect trans youth! Protect trans youth!
Outside Hopkins High School on Wednesday,
I wish that love for trans children was more disruptive. I wish the school board would scream how much they care about trans kids into the sky.
Yeah!
the sense of outrage was palpable.
Student did not deserve this, and I am so sorry to her that her community and the administration did not protect her.
Our community has been attacked, has been hurt, and it's important for us as members of that community and as leaders in the community to be here to support them.
The reality is these children aren't safe, and we protect children. Regardless of your belief set, we protect children.
We need to do more to address transphobia in the classrooms, in the cafeteria, in the hallways.
Students, teachers, alumni, and activists called for justice.
I'm disgusted by that facet of our community for enabling this to happen.
The victim's brother says his transgender sister, a 17-year-old junior, was called a slur and punched after leaving the bathroom last Thursday.
She had 2 fractures in her left side of her jaw. It was enough that she had to have full-on surgery, but an ambulance was not called.
He says the district hasn't been clear about the consequences for the assailant.
We don't know anything about the student's suspension or expulsion. We don't know anything about it.
A spokesperson from the Minnetonka Police Department says they're investigating the incident as a possible hate crime.
We're calling for accountability and justice.
But outside the high school, there were calls for change.
I am so sorry that you have to fear that this will happen to you. I am so sorry that this is how you're ending your year. I am so sorry that you have not been protected.
And support for the community.
When something so horrific happens to one of our members, we show up and support them and make sure that justice is carried through.
Kevin Miller, CCX News.
A statement from the Hopkins School District is available on our website. Police say the investigation into the incident remains open. It's not something you see every day, a bear family in a Maple Grove neighborhood. Bailey Jacobson says she was going about her day when she noticed her trash cans moving. Shortly after, she saw 3 bears there. Her dog Zeus ran right up to them. As you can see on this video captured from her security camera, she screamed and chased after them.
Looking at the situation now, I'm glad that he didn't listen to me, and then he actually went off to the end of our driveway, which was such a good decision. So looking at it now, I was just like, wow, it was a lot to process in the moment. But for me, it was really an intuition of I didn't have a second thought of whether or not I was going to chase my dog.
The bears ran off and both Bailey and Zeus are okay. This isn't common, but the Minnesota DNR says if you see a black bear in your yard, they recommend you stay back and wait until it leaves. After years of work, 18 new pickleball courts are ready for play in Maple Grove. Reporter Emily Haugen shares how pickleballers are celebrating.
5-4-1. These days, pickleball is a sport for the ages. And all ages.
Yes!
Right away at 6 o'clock this morning, there were, 25, 30 people out here playing, so that was cool to see.
It's been nonstop rallies at Lakeview Knolls and Maple Grove. These games were a long time coming.
There's been a movement and obviously some trends in pickleball where they've had 50% increases in participation year after year.
Ben Yashesky and the Parks Department say work on the courts started in 2021. 3 years later, the work is complete. Well, almost.
We're thankful our contractors were willing to allow the courts to open while they continue to work on the restroom facility and the remaining of the site construction.
But even with men at work on the side, the space was good enough for these players, who filled it Tuesday morning on opening day.
Bit windy.
Meeting up with friends, both old and new.
We ended up just coming here and I was like, hey, I know you.
At 18 courts, it's the biggest pickleball park in Minnesota.
Coming.
Michelle Karstensen is grateful for the space.
Most courts we go to, we gotta wait like 20 minutes to play, and here there's open courts, so I'll know I'll never have to sit and just wait and get sore, and we just play and find new people as well.
More courts means more players at every level. And across the court, Rick Ernst is putting in the hours.
It's a great way to meet people and be social, and also it's good for your mind, your reflexes. It's just all around good recreational sport for everybody, all ages.
He and the other pickleballers say the carefully constructed court is a victory.
I want to give them a hats off to all their help and how they make this really happen. They really support us a lot.
In Maple Grove, Emily Haugen, CCX News.
Anyone can come by and play on the courts at Lakeview Knolls. Construction on the shelter and shade spots should finish up this month.
The Osseo baseball team beat Spring Lake Park 8-3 Tuesday morning in the losers bracket of the Section 5 4A tournament. As Jay Wilcox reports, the Orioles didn't fare as well in their second game of the day.
Top seed Mounds View facing third seed Osseo in an elimination game in Section 5 4A baseball. The Orioles manufacture an early run as the pitch gets away, and Jorda Savorabong, who'd been hit by a pitch, dashes home from third, and Osseo goes up 1-0 in the bottom of the first. In the top of the third, Mounds View's Jack Glancy grounds a hit up the middle. Hayden Spurbeck has a round to score to tie the game up at 1-1. Next batter, Isaac Beesman, comes through with a grounder that gets through to right field. Glancy scores, and the Mustangs take the lead for good at 2-1. In the fourth, Tyler Guerin lifts a fly ball to left center that is down for a hit. Aiden Bale and Spurbeck are in to score on Guerin's double, and Mounds View goes up 4-1 after 4 innings. And Osseo can't get much going against Andrew Getty. He allows 3 hits in the one early run as he goes the distance for a 4-1 win. Mounds View meets Rogers in the final round Thursday. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Breck baseball is looking to reach the state tournament for the first time since back-to-back appearances in 2003 and 2004. The Mustangs are now just 1 win away from that goal.
Breck baseball in the Section 5AA winners bracket final, taking on Southwest Christian Monday evening. A good start for Mustangs pitcher Colin Mitchell. The junior strikes out the side in the bottom of the first. He would finish the night with 9 strikeouts. Up 1-0 in the second inning. A wild pitch thrown by the Stars' Max Weigert scores Liam Cavanaugh from third base. Breck leads at 2-0 after 2. Same score in the top of the sixth when the Mustangs' Max Aronson drives a ball deep to right center. It hits at the base of the fence. Cavanaugh scores all the way from first and slides in with the third run of the game. Later in the inning, the Mustangs execute a double steal. Isaac Wynn swipes second, and on the back end, Aronson steals home standing up. Breck in control and leading 4-0. Bottom 6 with 2 runners on, no outs for Southwest Christian. The Mustangs turn 2. Shortstop Tommy Bellman fields the grounder, steps on second, and throws to Ray Delorano to complete the double play. The Stars would later get a run to get on the board. Mitchell throws a complete game for the Mustangs, allowing just the 1 run and 3 hits. Breck wins 4-1. They advance to Thursday's Section 5AA final against either Southwest Christian or Rockford.
We have several baseball teams from the area we are tracking in section finals. Watch for highlights on our website at ccxmedia.org. Even with all the rain we've had lately, some Minnesotans are still finding time to get out fishing. For the 33rd year, Hall of Fame angler Terry Tuma is back with us for another season of open water fishing tips. Here's Terry with his first tip of the summer.
A Ned rig is really one of my favorite go-tos for fishing bass, both smallmouth and largemouth. It's really a sort of a finesse bait to use. You can cast it out, you can sort of swim it back real slow, lift and drop real slow, and many times just dead stick it, but a very successful rig to use. And what is a Ned rig? It's a Ned rig jig head. Usually I'll use a 32nd to a 16th ounce, and then with a fluorocarbon line, and the plastic is only about 2.5 inches or 2 3/4 inches long, but a very successful way to catch finicky bass. Then along with that too, I use a medium heavy rod, and the reason a 7-footer, one for casting distance, the other is for setting the hook very firmly, because you'll have to do that. And now too, if you're fishing deeper water, you can go to a larger or heavier jig head if you need to. And also too, there's going to be time frames you can catch walleyes too. But give it a try. You're going to be very impressed for tough bite smallmouth and largemouth bass.
Thanks, Terry. You can catch Terry's tips weekly through early September on our website at ccxmedia.org. That's all for sports. More news after this.